Well, we all know the story of Romeo and Juliet, and one Broadway musical is flipping the script on the original Shakespeare story.
Yeah, and Juliet is playing this week at the Orpheum Theater. The musical asks the question, what if Juliet hadn't ended it all over Romeo? Well, the song features pop songs that you probably sang in the shower before. This includes tracks by Justin Timberlake, the Backstreet Boys, Kelly Clarkson, and Britney Spears.
The way that the songs are embedded into the characters and the dialogue is just so incredible, so impressive, quite clever, and it's just like they're written just for our characters.
How beautiful she is. So this production is running through Sunday. We have more information about tickets and the full interview with the star of the show that you just saw there on our website and new First Alert 6 news app.
I'm seeing it, and I'm really excited.